Okay, yay! We're recording. So excited to have you guys on our Fun Food and Facts. So tonight is part 2 of the Fall Back in Love with Your Business series. And I'm really excited about this series. And I was really hoping to have a guest speaker on tonight. But you know what happens in the fall when you have kids is you're also falling back into a routine and falling back into sports and falling back into that whole thing, right? And so yeah, I think that we're gonna have a guest speaker though next week. I'm really hoping for one, but because I'm sure you guys are probably thinking, hello, we see you every single week, we need someone else. All right, so we want to, I just wanted to go over, maybe you were on last week or you watched the recording, but very quickly I want to go over just a little bit of what we went over. I'd like to reiterate because it's going to go right back into tonight for part 2 because it is a series. So last week we were talking about fall back in love with our business. I don't know if you guys know this, but I love a good acronym. So we were talking about FALL stands for freedom, all in, learn it, and love it. And I think it was such an important thing. I think this series has been so great, not just for you guys. I've had a lot of really positive feedback from last week, but it's been really good for me too. And so I really hope that you guys enjoyed tonight just as much. So we're going to go back tonight, right? Fall back. You guys see my little pattern here, what we're doing? So if you guys want to go ahead and write, make sure, wait a minute, I'm going to give you just a second to get your notebook and pen out because all of these series are going to be notebook and pens. And I love it. The ones that like take pictures of your notes with yourself, it made me feel good. So if you guys want to do that, you can. I just love that. So back is B-A-C-K. We know how to spell back, but I'm going to spell it for you. I'm going to tell you what it is, and then we're going to go through it piece by piece. So back stands for B is back to basics. Back to basics. A is action. C is commitment. And K is keep the faith. Oh, that's okay. Actually, you know, I just got a message that says, sorry, I forgot to send you my answers from last week's questions. That's okay, because I'm still reading emails. I'm getting lots of emails from you guys, and I set a time like to read them. And so I'm gonna ask you to do emails every week. So if you haven't done your emails yet, that's okay. You can go ahead and still do that. All right, so B is back to basics. Some of you are brand new, and some of you are not. And so this is gonna be for everybody. So if you are brand new, then you're probably like, I just need to learn my basics. And I'm going to give you some tips of things that I've seen lately with people, and maybe this applies to you. So whether you were new or not new, but this is more for people who are new. People who are new tend to want to wait to do everything until they know how to do it all, right? I can't do it because I don't know how to do everything. I don't want to stand there and feel stupid. And B is back to basics. I don't want to feel stupid. I need to know everything about everything before I get started. You're not going to know everything. I don't know everything. I know you guys think I know everything, but I'm here to tell you I don't. I get questions all the time where I'm like, I have no idea, but let's find out the answer together. That was the most popular line that I used as a beginner and I still use today. I have no idea. That's a great question. I'm going to find out together. So I'm going to write down the question and your name and email or phone number or however you want me to reach you. I'm going to ask the proper people that I need to ask. I'm going to get the answer and send it to you so that we both know it. There is nothing wrong anywhere in the world with saying that you don't know the answer. Okay? That's okay. And so if you're new, and they also, people don't want to do the basics. They want to skip right ahead. Like, oh, I should be doing this pressure cooker stuff. I should be doing this stuff. I should be doing this stuff. Dude, if you're new, you should not be doing that stuff. You should be at the basics. And the basics is learning how to do a simple party. If you don't know how to do a simple salsa party, then you probably shouldn't be doing much else, right? You should be learning that first. And a simple salsa party, and also with the simple salsa party, comes with a dating game and a recruiting game. Like, these are basics. And if you don't know them yet, that's what we're here to teach you, is to teach you basics. So you need to learn the basics. So back to basics. If you are not new, then you should still go back to your basics. You need to learn how to do these things. You know, I remember this multiple times, but I remember this one specific time. I called Ellen up at the end of one of my parties, and she's like, how'd it go? I said, it went pretty pretty horrible. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, well, I don't think they realized it was horrible because I'm really good at like, you know, like covering it up, right? Like they don't know how bad it really was. Like we think it was worse than it really was. But I was like, it was so bad. And I said, you know what I haven't been doing lately? No, she says, what do you mean? I said, well, the last 5 parties I've done have been pretty crappy. And I'm not exactly sure. And she said, well, what have you been doing differently? And I thought about it and I went, I'm not using my note cards. Like I literally took my note cards away because I'm like, I'm so good. I don't need note cards. No, they're back to basics. So I literally went home and I thought about all the stuff I did as a newer consultant with my parties and what I was doing now because I thought I was so advanced, right? And none of us are too advanced to go back to the basics. And so it's life lessons, but I need you to know that back to the basics means learn how to do a simple salsa party. If you're doing Facebook parties, how to simplify your Facebook party. If you're doing like recipes, how to simplify that. If you guys don't know yet, I'm creating my brand of Simple Made Simple. And that's because I feel like that's who I am. If it's not simple and it's not easy, I'm not going to do it. And I think I'm not the only one who feels that way. And so I want you guys to think about the basics. So B is back to basics. Are you ready for A? A is action. I had to tell you, actually, hang on. Back to basics. I wanted to show you my screen. Wait a second. Okay, hang on. Back to basics. Okay, so this is my team website, which I hope all of you guys know about it. And if you don't know about it, then I want you to know about it. It is twteamspirit.weebly.com. And you see, and I just added this on here because I had a mini series that I created for my new people. And I found that people weren't watching it because it was on email and not everybody likes email. And so I'm creating a new series a different way. But anyways, I think the videos are pretty good. I hope they're pretty good. I think they're pretty good. They're entertaining for me. But if you go here to getting your business started, and by the way, I'm adding new things all the time on this page. So, so get in here and play around with it. So getting your business started, if you click here, then here's your 5 steps to success. These are things I have not changed in years because they don't need to be changed, right? They're all the same. But if you go down here, look at the welcome series. So the welcome to Tupperware, I know it's a welcome video that I made for my team, but it works for everybody. So start in order. Welcome to Tupperware, dream big, many ways to party, meet Frank, your go party, success formula the ones you want, and show me the money. These videos are not very long. They're usually like 3 minutes. I think this one's 6 minutes, but none of them are longer than that. So they're really quick and easy. And I think that might be helpful going back to the basics. And I know I told you guys this last week, but I'm going to tell it again. fsrc.podcastpeople.com is a great place to go back to the basics as well. So whenever you need to go back to the basics, sometimes you just got to literally, I mean, it's like we say the same thing over and you almost don't hear it because we say the same thing. Like I wish there was a different way to say, let's go back to the basics. Yeah, see, going back to basics is always good, right? But I want to find a new way to say going back to basics. So you guys think about it and let me know what you would call it because people hear that and it goes right in one ear and out the other. And they're like, yeah. And I remember I used to go to trainings all the time. And I would hear Loretta say it and I literally rolled my eyes every time. Back to basics. I know that's not what she's doing. I know she's doing something more. And then I actually watched her and I'm like, no, dude, she's doing the basics. Like, that's what she was doing. Like, she was training us what she was doing, and I just wasn't listening. And when you listen to it and do it, you get there. Let's go to A, action. So remember I said you listen to it and you do it? You listen to it, you do it. Listen to it, you do it. So you go back to basics and you do it. Because I know a lot of people who have many notebooks, many filled notebooks with notes. And guess what? They haven't done anything with them. And I'm going to tell you, because I want you guys to understand that I am just like you, that I have many notebooks of things that I wish I would have done. Or I have many ideas and I'm like, man, why did I do it? And the reason why I don't do things is usually because I'm scared and I don't even know what I'm scared of. I'm scared of the outcome. I'm scared of what people think. Most of the time for me, it's scared of what people will think. Why do I care what people think? Why do you care what people think? Comments in the comments if you ever care what people think. Like if that's one of the fears that you have is what will people think of me? I need to know if I'm the only one. And if I'm not the only one, what do you guys, why do we care? Like, why do we care? I think about that. I mean, what are they going to do? Make fun of me? Is that going to kill me or hurt me? No, I've been made fun of most of my life. I'm still here and alive. So I think that we should think about that. So all the time. Oh, Johnny, I'm so glad you said all the time. So I don't know why we care what people think. I don't know why. I'm glad. Oh, and Dawn says, I'm not alone. Dawn, is this your first time on Fun Food and Facts? I don't recognize your name. Yay, I love first timers. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I don't recognize your name. Maybe it was Dawn Nichols, but I don't remember the last name that I can't say. Anyway, I can't pronounce it. So yeah, I'm not alone. But let's just try to get rid of that and just realize that we have to take action. So A is for action. Action, 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 action. We need to take action. And if that means something small, like, for example, this is something I want to do that I need to get outside my comfort zone for. And so I'm going to do this. And like, I'm getting excited about it, but I get really scared because I did a small version of it. And then I was like, why didn't I do the full blown version? Because I was scared. So I wanted to have a Tupperware sale. I live on this like really busy street, and there's like runners and exercisers like all day long in the street. And I've watched people have like yard sales or whatever, because people are always moving in this area. They're always moving. There's constantly moving going on. So they always are having like sales, and we don't have like, you don't put it in the paper and stuff here. I don't even know if there is a paper. I've never even seen paper around here, to be honest, but they just put signs up and they put their stuff out and everybody just shows up. It's like big feeding frenzy, right? And so I thought, what about a Tupperware sale, right? What if I put all my stuff out and put bright signs up, and I put like a tent up and balloons, and I said everything out, and I was like, Tupperware sale, and I could get like walkers, and I could get people, and it'd be so great. Like, what if I did that, right? And I went to do it twice, and I got scared and chickened out. And then one day I was so busy, and my husband set it up, but he set it up like back farther, like not out where I wanted it to be, because I was too scared. Anyways, I'm babbling now. I'm really sorry, but I just want you to know that I didn't do the full blown because I was too scared. And now I'm not scared anymore. I'm going to do it because I thought, what am I scared of? I'm scared what people think. Who cares what people think? So the reason why I like to share that stuff with you is because I want you to know that you're not alone. And Dawn says, I'm not alone. So thank you, Dawn. Very sorry. I want to see your picture here in a second. Just do it. People love sales. I love doing sales. Exactly. We have brand new neighbors. And they're 3 guys, and they're in a band, and they're all like hardcore guys. And one just came out. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like go off subject, but I haven't met them yet. And they are band practicing next door. So if you hear that, I apologize in the video. Okay. So, all right. I'm having a little bit of squirrel today moment. Anybody else ever have squirrel today moments? Okay. Going back to C. Commitment. They do need it. Anna says maybe they want Tupperware. Patricia says maybe they need some water bottles to stay hydrated. I agree. You guys are great. I'm gonna introduce myself and be like, I sell Tupperware. Buy some water bottles. So C is commitment. Now, remember last week when I said that if you have one foot in the door and one foot out of the door, it's really not being committed, right? I need you guys to think about the commitment that you have for your business. I need you to be committed to your business. And that does not mean that it has to take over your life, because as much as everybody thinks that Tupperware is my whole entire life, I mean, it is a huge part of my life. It is. I love it. This is what I do for a living, right? And I love every single second of it. But it's not my whole life, and it shouldn't be your whole life either. I mean, it can be to an extent, but we have families and we have things going on. We have so much stuff that we need to make sure that we don't overcommit. We need to be committed, but we need to be committed to the times that we have. So if we're committed to our business for working for an hour a day, like our power hour, then that power hour means no phone, right? No interruptions. If you have kids, then maybe you find like a sitter in the house for them for an hour, or maybe you go somewhere else for an hour, like take them like to the McDonald's play place. I don't know how anybody can do work there because it's craziness there and the noise is loud, but some people like thrive through that, and that's okay. So maybe think about like having somebody come over and watch the kids in the other room for an hour, or maybe you give them TV time for an hour so they're kind of quiet, right? But like, I'm just using power hour. It doesn't have to be a whole hour. I'm just saying, like, whatever you do, be committed when you do it. We have some comments. That's been part of my problem. I haven't been that committed. I think a lot of us have that problem, right? Tupperware is my whole life, just as running or exercise is someone else's. I use Tupperware daily, but I think using it is not always the same as working it. Exactly. So that doesn't mean that Tupperware is your whole life because you use it all the time. That just means it makes your life easier, right? So using it is not the same as working it. And that's so, so right. I think that we think about our business so much in our minds that we think we're working all the time when we're really not doing really good producing exercises. I mean, you guys can totally and utterly do something as small every single day to make income producing exercises. I remember talking to this girl once who says, I've done everything you guys told me to do and nothing's working. And I said, well, tell me what you've done. And then she told me all the things that she's done and not one of them was income producing. She's like, I went and passed out all these catalogs. Okay, did you get any lead slips when you did them? No. Did you talk to anybody? Not really. Well, these aren't income producing. Just because you're passing out catalogs, that's just wasting the catalogs, really, because people don't understand what they're even looking at. I mean, they get a catalog and they like it, but there's no like interaction. There's no way for you to talk to them, right? So think about that. Think about what is income producing that you're doing. So if you're sitting down on Facebook for an hour and you're thinking about Facebook and you're thinking about Tupperware, doesn't mean you're actually doing anything that's income producing. Did you make 3 phone calls today to try to get a party? Did you do any customer care calls and talk to them about what's coming up or what's, what are you doing? Like, what do they need? Like, think about your income producing. And now that I'm thinking about that and I'm saying that out loud, I'm going to write this down for myself, but I need you guys to write in the comments if you think you would like I'm thinking one of this part of the series, or maybe like after the series is over, is doing a fun food and facts on what are income producing activities. Because I'm wondering if maybe you guys don't know what are income producing activities. Maybe you think you do, but you don't. So comment, oh, I have one yes. Okay, that's good. Oh, that'd be great. Oh, yay. That would be great. Okay, good. Dawn, I do remember you. I just don't remember your last name being part of the B. You're on Angela's team, I think you told me. That'd be great. Yes, sounds good to me. I was yeah, see, I knew I remembered you, but for some reason when you add B in your last name, that transferred me off. Desi, you're part of Desi's team? I love Desi and miss her so much. Again, I'm doing a squirrel moment with you guys. I'm so, so sorry. Let me get back on track. So income producing activities. I'm going to do something on that because I really think that's just saying it out loud. I'm just wondering if maybe you guys don't know what that is. So we're going to talk about that, just not tonight. Keep you posted. All right, so K is keep the faith. I need you to keep the faith when things aren't going well, because I'm going to promise you at some point, things aren't going to go well. We have ups and we have downs, and we have ups and then we have, like this, and we up and down and this and this. That's life. That's not just business. That's life. Have you ever remembered a part of your life where you were just like this always? This is so great. Life is so wonderful. I have no problems. It's so wonderful. No, because that's not life, right? We have ups and we have downs and this and that and sometimes we have really big downs and really big ups. And that's the same thing with your business. And I need you to keep the faith and figure out what you do to help keep the faith. Like, what do you do when you're down? I mean, not even just your business, just in life. Do you pray? Do you read? Do you go somewhere, like, quiet? Do you nap? What do you do to help you up when you're down? This is important. It is a principle I use even in my nonprofit. Sometimes it is a feast or famine. It's true. That's absolutely true. And it's good to know. I'm glad to hear that, because at least we understand that, because I think that we don't apply things to our business in real life. And we think that if things aren't going well in our business, that, that's just because Tupperware doesn't work. And that's not true, right? Sometimes our business needs to be worked because we need to work it, right? If it's not working, usually it's us not working it. And same thing with life. If you sat around your couch all day long and did nothing, do you think you'd get anything done? Would your house be clean? Would you have dinner ready? I mean, would you do anything? No, you have to be productive. Says, I pray and keep trusting God. Me too, girl. That's how I do things too. All right, I want to read something to you guys. This is a little bit harsh, but it's so true. I posted this a year ago on my Facebook page, and it came up in my time hop, and I think I'm going to repost this. I don't know if I got good response or bad response. I don't really remember. I think it was a good response, but anyways, I am going to read this to you. This explains direct sales so well. Number one, why does it cost money to sign up? Answer, because it's a business, not a job. Businesses cost money. Are you trying to make money off me? Answer, no, I'm trying to make money with you. Number three, question, is it a scam? Answer, I don't do scams, and I love that you think so highly of me to even ask such a question. That one got me good. I was like, yeah. Number four, is it one of those pyramid schemes? Answer, you mean where all the people at the top make all the money, take long vacations, fly on private jets, and get all the stock options while the people on the bottom work the most for the least amount of money and get 2 weeks of vacation a year? No, that would be corporate America. Number five, and that's, I'm going to stop for a second and say that. I remember somebody said to me once, and I was like working at a job, and I was like, what do you think we're doing right now? We're working for $3 an hour and making tips while the guy upstairs is making a whole lot of money off of us and could give a crap about us, right? Like, I kind of thought, like, that's not how our business works. That's how corporate America works. Number five, how long before I get results? Answer, how long before you get your button gear? It's funny, but true, right? Number six, I've tried it before, but I failed. Answer, did you quit dating after the first time you had a bad date? Or did you keep dating until you found the right person? True. Number seven, my Uncle Bob said this won't work. Your Uncle Bob is also broke, and you will prove him wrong. I like that one. Number eight, can I try it for a month and see how I do? Answer, this is a business, not a job. Get a job if that's your mentality. How can you build a business in just a month? Number nine, how do I sign up or just want more info? Answer, message me and I'll get you started. Inbox me, let's get started if you're ready to join my team. So I can post that so you guys can get a copy of it if you want. When we pay for something, we are more committed and choose to work. It also holds more value to us. When something is free, it has no value. Anna, I just said this the other day. You were so smart. It's so true. I remember somebody saying, oh, I'm going to give this away for free. And people will do that. They're like, oh, I'm just going to give all these things away for free. And I'm like, but then they're not going to work for it, right? Like, I remember there were times that I had said, I remember part of my business where I was like, oh, I think I'm going to give away free kits, right? I'm going to like let them try it out, And the people who I gave free kits away could give a crap less. And the people who were actually purchasing a kit, they were like more invested, you know? And I feel like that's for anything, you know? If you give somebody something for free, I mean, there are the few exceptions. I don't want to say all, because if this has happened for you, then I apologize. There are exceptions to that rule, but there's so few and far between for that exceptions that you just need to, you know, you just need to not do it or practice that. How do you give free kits? I paid for them. I remember this one girl specifically. We were in a prayer group, and she was praying that they needed money and a job, and she was pregnant. She was pregnant or just had the little one. I can't remember if she was pregnant about to have the little one or whatever, but she couldn't leave the house, and her husband was working a lot, and she needed a job, and they just didn't have any money. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy your kit for you. I'm going to help you get started. And I did everything for her to help her get started. And she was actually, I think, the exception to the rule, but it was within a month and a half and she was gone. And I was like, crap, that stinks, you know? But exactly, there's a greater investment for the person. This is why I charge my services in my nonprofit. Yep, it's true. So do you guys think I should charge for Fun, Fit, and Facts? Just kidding. I'm kidding. It was a joke. No one's laughing. All right, so, okay. I am. Okay. No, but it's true. We need to be able to show value where the value is. So just going back over this, we had fall, freedom, all in, learn it, love it, back to basics, action, commitment, and keep the faith. And I think these are things that I really hope you guys take and you do. So here's the email I want from you guys this week. Do you guys remember my email address? toughergirlsam@gmail.com. I'm going to type it in here. toughergirlsam@gmail.com. So I would love for you guys to email me 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. I wanted to count 4 things. I'm sorry, I'm reading a comment, and so I got distracted. I'm telling you, squirrels all over today, right? So I need you to email me 4 things that you want to do that's income producing, or 4 things that you think are income producing activities. And I need to know this because I want to be able to, when I do the video, to be able to say these are myths, these are what you think they are, but they're not. Or maybe you give me a better idea. Wow, there's some noise going on in my kitchen, huh? Maybe they are, like I said, either they're not, and I want to be able to address it, or maybe they are, and they're really good things that I can add to the video. So 4 things that you think are income-producing activities that you can do, have done, or will do. Okay? Okay. Gosh, it was a short, fun food and facts tonight. Do you guys have any comments? Give me some comments. In the little comment. I do this because that's where my comment thing is I'm looking at. So give me some comments about tonight. Did you love it? Did you love last week's better? Did you love this week just as much as last week? Are you excited about part 3 that's going to be coming up? Because fall back, what's next? Love, right? Are the guys next door still playing? Actually, they're not. They just stopped. And I'm not sure why, but they have. I liked both last week and this week. Oh, good. Yay. So, yeah. Okay, well, good. So you guys are going to email me, right? I think that if you guys have packages that you're expecting from me, I would expect that you'll probably get them, I think, around Wednesday. I think some of the mail has been a little bit slow, but just so you know, you should be getting those around Wednesday. I'm late, had to cook. Sorry, it's okay, Mama Shar. I recorded this. I've learned a lot, and I set aside time for my tougher business. I love that. Time to close up and head over, grab those water bottles. No chickening out. I know. They have a new dog, so I'm going to bring the dog a doggy cookie. Hopefully that will help. Okay, so let's do some romp. Actually, let me end the recording and then do some romper room, and then we'll talk about the aha drawing. So if you're watching the recording, thank you for watching.